In the heart of Kanda, a village surrounded by fields of golden millet and guarded by the towering Nyola mountains, there lived a young woman named Nia. She was as radiant as the morning sun, with eyes that mirrored the deep, mysterious rivers of the land. But Nia was no ordinary villager. She was the daughter of the chief, destined to uphold the sacred traditions of her people. Yet, fate has a way of twisting the threads of destiny. Transition to a scene where Nia stands on a hill at sunset, gazing at the distant horizon. One day, as the villagers prepared for the annual festival of ancestors, a stranger arrived. His name was Caleb, a wandering blacksmith with hands scarred by fire and a smile that could melt even the hardest hearts. His presence sent whispers through the village. Before he was an outsider, a man who knew nothing of their ways, their rules, nor their beliefs. Show Caleb hammering a blade, the sparks flying in the twilight. Nia and Caleb met under the shadow of the great baobab tree, where the wind carried stories of forbidden love and forgotten ancestors. Their bond grew, hidden from the prying eyes of the villagers, but love, like fire, cannot be contained for long. Cut to a dramatic scene of Nia and Caleb sharing a secret moment by the river, their laughter echoing through the valley. When Chief Jemba, Nia's father, discovered their love, his wrath shook the village. Caleb was accused of defiling their customs, and Nia was reminded of her duty to marry a man chosen by the elders, someone who could strengthen the village's alliances. Cue tense music as the villagers gather in the square, their faces lit by the glow of torches. Nia and Caleb pleaded their case, but tradition loomed over them like the Nyola mountains, unyielding and ancient. Torn between love and loyalty, Nia faced a choice: defy her family and risk exile, or sacrifice her heart to preserve the peace. Show Nia sitting alone under the baobab tree, tears streaming down her face as the winds howl around her. The night before her arranged wedding, Nia made a decision that would change Kanda forever. She stood before the village and spoke with a voice steady as the rivers flow. I love Caleb, not because he is perfect, but because he challenges me to see beyond the walls of tradition. If we cannot grow, we are like stagnant water, lifeless and still. Pause for dramatic effect as the villager's mama and Chief Jemba glares at her. But the elders, touched by Nia's courage, listened. They saw a glimmer of truth in her words. The oldest of them, his face lined with the wisdom of many seasons, stepped forward. Love is the seed of life, and even the strongest tree once bowed to the wind. And with the scene of the village gathering around Nia and Caleb, their faces softened by understanding. Though the journey was far from over, Nia's bravery planted a seed of change in Kanda. She and Caleb were not only bound by love but by the hope of a future where tradition and progress could walk hand in hand.